Looks like I might be right. A few days ago, I made a video about the mainstream media cover-up of the Notre Dame fire in Paris that happened on Monday. I'd advise you to go back and watch it. In that video, I made the claim that the burning of the cathedral would spark copycats in the Anglo-centric West. Well, a couple days ago in New York City, a man walked into a cathedral with full gas cans and 2 lighters. A CBS article from yesterday. A man was arrested outside St. Patrick's Cathedral on Wednesday night after he allegedly tried to bring in gas cans and lighter fluid, the New York Police Department said. NYPD Deputy Commissioner John Miller said the suspect was stopped by security as he tried to enter the church, although some gasoline spilled outside the church. Miller said the suspect said that he wanted to cut through the church to get to Madison Avenue, and the gas cans because his car ran out of gas. Okay, that didn't make sense. But police discovered that wasn't true when they checked the vehicle. Miller said it's too early to determine his motive. This is a location where we always have heightened security, Miller said. Miller said the suspect was already known to police and they are looking into his background. His identity has not yet been released. Of course not. If it was a white man, his name and face would be on the front page. If he had followed Ben Shapiro or Alex Jones on Twitter, his entire life story would be on display, scrutinized meticulously in a 2-hour special on MSNBC or CNN, interviewing everyone, including his kindergarten teacher, who claimed he was partial to the color white, proving his white power neo-Nazi allegiance. CBS continues. St. Patrick's was open at the time of the arrest, and this is the holiest week of the year for Catholics. The arrest just comes days after a high-profile fire at Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris. The cause of that blaze remains unclear. Okay, so expect this to keep happening. I think a trend is being set. If he succeeded, it would have been more high-profile of a story, engendering even more of these attacks, I think. I checked again for any updates on the investigation. I found another CBS story from, I think, yesterday. And they write in these bullet points, quote, "The cause of the blaze remains unclear, but officials do not suspect terrorism or arson." So again, no details were given about the methodology of the investigation, who is heading it. No pictures are provided of the cleanup crew and investigators at Ground Zero. More questions arise the more the media covers it, such as this big one. Why don't they suspect arson? What evidence proves this negative? Recall the 9/11 tragedy. Pictures were prevalent, details were abundant. So much information was being exchanged in the ongoing investigation and the excavation of the rubble. Theories were proposed by both left and conservatives. On the nightly, dozens of press releases by officials were made. I am aware the scope of these two tragedies are vastly different. But this fire was monumentous, a generational event. And all we get is a few press conferences of Macron and some anecdotes of heroic acts by people during the blaze. The media is trying its damnedest to suppress the Notre Dame story, just as they have with the story of the 875 churches that were vandalized in Paris in 2018. Mainstream media is actively complicit in censoring vital information that threatens the public at large. They are doing this because it will besmirch those who commit most of these crimes, leftists and Muslims. Like I said, the Notre Dame tragedy is significant. It is worthy of more scrutiny and consideration. If it was terrorism, buckle up. This will be a long year. However, if it was merely an accident, then we don't deserve the brilliance of monuments like Notre Dame anyway.